Get down. No, no. 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 Naughty boy. He is mad. I know it. He's always mad. He's gonna throw his cup now. Mom, I tell you what you're doing to do that. You're gonna pierce me in the eardrum.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Owls offense will get the first crack at it here. Sometimes you sense that what the kids call swagger is a false bravado. This dude is nothing but a real wide receiver.
He's got that speed, and it just, you see DBs, they're probably watching him come on the field right now, and they understand it's going to be a long game. This guy,
Very
go
important.
get it, he can run, he can do a little bit.
Like, doing all year work, like, like, no, don't touch my back. She said, I won't have to do it to her next, like, as the last word somewhere.
Just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Yeah, so I was like, can you just report it and send it to me? Like, them cheering, you know, like cheering for.
Here's the give off the left side. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll run the option. Now the toss. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job calling his hole, getting positive yards.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They'll have to get it to the 37 on 3rd down. Let's go. The run from the shotgun. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Those fullbacks are grown men. Those guys are constantly hitting linebackers and blocking the whole entire game. So when you get a chance to give the big boy the ball, it's always, and you know what it is? It's a morale boost for everybody in the whole field. Everybody gets jacked up, and he finally gets to touch the football.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. And you saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do we do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there, you run it back. He gets out there faster. Got a positive game. Still a couple plays here left, too.
This is a big moment for this offense. You keep the ball this long, you have to finish the deal. 3rd and goal. A designed runs for the quarterback. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Paul.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, I got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Owls! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the Arkansas State Red Wolves offense will get the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking for a man, it's Flowers. And he's lucky to get that one back. This junior quarterback knows better than to try that too often. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He's moving out of the pocket. Ball is loose. Oh, looks as if the defense got it.
And this QB has the ability to make huge plays and scramble around and do things off schedule. That time he coughed it up. Did a great job of getting outside the pocket. The defense closed in, forced the fumble, recovered. A great job by the defense.
Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. He'll heave it deep. Ball in the air, intercepted. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start, offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. Tripped up for the tackle.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And this defense gets the first sack. And listen, it is so important to hit the QB, to affect the QB. Last week only had 2 sacks for this defense. They got to continue to put pressure and get that guy to the ground.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Goes to the option. the pitch. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. We've reached the end of the quarter, guys, and Rice has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Here comes the offense on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. To throw, it's Flowers. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes an offense, you're hoping the run fix is going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. Boy, 3-and-out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Here comes the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls.
They recovered their own fumble, but now it's third down. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He's going to run it. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt will be marked dead just inside the 45-yard line. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3-and-out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And here comes the offense on second down. The give to the lone running back. Makes a man miss. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Third and short now from their own 48. To the air. It's Flowers. Fires to the middle. And that pass picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Still on his feet at the 45. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves to change receiver now comes in motion. They're going to ride this running back.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll give it to the back. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Finds a crease at the 20. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
And how about the big play by this running back? Nice job running with the football. Good balance, seeing where he needed to go with the football. Finishing the run, he gets knocked out of bounds. But how about this offense set up now on 1st and goal?
A 1st down run in the red zone. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Trying to break the plane on 2nd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Rice.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. Dropping back, it's Flowers. He lets one fly deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them. And I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Offenses know and work on it all week. 3rd downs. We got to be really, really good. This offense not good on this 3rd down. It could come back to bite them.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. They've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Rice rushes to the line. Motion from the offense. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Oh, he makes the catch. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down. The offense will have to use its 1st time out of the half. Trying to convert this 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Using his feet. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. And the Owls have it with a 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. All wideouts, no backs. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Just trucks through it. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Having your dime personnel on the field, you got an extra. Extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
Looking to move it through the air. Moves away as he feels pressure. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's going to pass. Swings it out to the flat. And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Wants to throw. It's Flowers. He lofts one down the sideline. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Rice ready to kick off and get things started here in the 2nd half. Bringing it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start. Got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Smith. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a 1st down.
See, I like this tight end because he's not just running flat routes and little stick routes and drags. This guy can get vertically down the field. He showed you his speed there running the crosser.
Power football with the run.
And it's just simple. Simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Trying play action. Grab behind the line. It's McMillan. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground. And the Red Wolves look to keep this drive humming. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback on the keeper. Got enough for the 1st down. Oh, he's so hard to get on the ground. He's got room. Touchdown, Arkansas State. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
That is why this quarterback is the perfect weapon in this offense. When you run these types of option plays, he is so dangerous in the open field. He can make people miss. He's got tons of speed, and he showed it right there.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Line getting set on second down. Wide out in motion. Trying to get the edge with the jet sweep. Got room to work. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He's looking to throw it. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And it's no good. He missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. Something about missed field goals, even long ones like that, a bit demoralizing. Now the offense set up at about the 38-yard line. Looking for room. It's McMillan. Pirouettes away from the defense. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Holding. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking for a productive play on first down. Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carry.
Great job, great field. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. Just can't do it better.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
And those little chunks keep annoying the crud out of you when you're on defense. Putting them in easy situations, chewing up 4 to 6 yards on a pop like that, puts you in a bad situation as a defensive coordinator. What do I call? Either way, priority number 1, we got to stop.
The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. We reached the end of the quarter, guys, and Rice has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Now on the option. He'll toss it. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, there weren't a lot of guys in the box defensively on that second and long play, so you see the offensive line, they're able to get downfield, get a hat on a hat, and that helped lead to that successful play.
He'll ride his man on the option. The pitch. Can anyone catch it? And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on third down?
Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty.
False start, offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. What will the offense dial up on 3rd and goal? Running back goes in motion. And he's got him set up. Defense finally gets him out of bounds at the 3.
And that's a moment defensively you just got to have it, right? Third down, you've got to get a stop. And what's even better than that is you get him out of bounds, so you've stopped the clock. That is perfect now. You're now giving your offense an opportunity to come back on the field, march the ball, and hopefully get you the win.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is through, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Hawaii is ahead in this one, but unlike the playing days of Colt Brennan and Timmy Chang, this has not been a blowout today in Aloha Stadium. They're up by 4 over Northern Illinois. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Offense getting set for first down. Looking for room. It's Clemens. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
He's right on target. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Flowers. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on 1st down. Leaves them in 2nd and manageable. Got it in the middle, it's Wallace. Tackle is made after the 1st down. The Red Wolves are moving quickly down the field. Looking to go up top on 1st down. The freshman able to get home with the sack. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Looking to throw on 2nd down. The short hands, it's Smith. On the move is the 3rd. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. And the Red Wolves will line it up on 1st and 10. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Quickly complete. Touchdown, Red Wolves! Reeled it in and just made the house call. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
Offense set on 1st down. They'll immediately call timeout. First and 10 coming up. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got his man. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. On the option. He'll toss it. At the 40, there he goes. Got a lot of running room. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown Owls.
And you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. Line gets set, first down. Back to pass, it's Flowers. They're bringing heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. On second down, wants to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. And that pass is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting a big turnover. He got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Now on second down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll line up for a second down play. The give to the back. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Ball's at the 22. Third and short coming. Can the defense force them to settle for a field goal? They'll try to run for it. The Owls are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you'll perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive